Hello, I'm Joni Brennan, President of the Digital ID and Authentication Council of Canada, and today we're going to talk about why joining the DIACC will help you to lead Canada's digital trust movement. So let's get into it. Well, if you think you know about digital identity, I would ask you to think again. Quite often when people hear the words digital identity, maybe they're confused. Maybe they think that it's something that it might not be. And quite often people will hear the words digital identity and imagine a single person that's logging into a website somewhere securely. But actually, that's just one slice of a much bigger picture. Digital identity is really a building block for securing digital trust. And digital trust are capabilities and mechanisms that help you to know your customer, your business, your product. They support AML compliance and trade requirements. It helps to fight fraud in housing, banking, and in government services, and in cutting regulatory and permitting red tape. Digital trust helps to connect skilled workers to jobs across provinces and territories and sectors. And digital trust enables secure and efficient projects that really empower and power Canada's economy. Digital trust isn't just about login screens. It's about unlocking real economic potential at scale. If we get digital trust done right, we can strengthen our financial systems, mobilize Canada's workforce, support affordable housing, and lead globally in areas like clean energy and more. Let's look at digital trust specifically in housing and how we can use it to unlock permits and reduce costs. Well, we can improve trust in housing transactions using digital KYC, KYB, and AML credentials, reducing fraud from the ecosystem. We can streamline development permits and services through secure information exchange. We can verify workforce credentials for contracting and labor mobility, making sure that architect are who they claim to be and that their credentials are current so they can sign off on your design. With digital trust, we can reduce delays, cut compliance, remove fraud, and unlock housing supply faster. Now, let's look at how digital trust can work in energy to streamline and cut red tape. Well, we can use the same capabilities to improve our investor confidence using Know Your Business, Know Your Product, and AML credentials. We can increase transparency with digital permitting and compliance workflows. We can verify workforce credentials and labor mobility. And we can enhance cross-border alignment and things like digital product passports, supporting the UN trade platform for export readiness and trade across Canada and internationally. But there is a strategic gap, and Canada is falling behind on digital. Investors, partners, and markets are demanding secure digital trust services, and the lack of alignments across sectors and industries creates increased costs and missed opportunities. Other countries are moving forward in Europe and around the world. Canada must lead or risk lagging even further behind. That's where DIACC comes in. It's Canada's Digital Trust Forum. DIACC was established as a leadership organization in 2012. We've got members from across the public and private sectors. We are Canada's largest and most diverse voice on this topic, and we are unmatched in subject matter experience. We focus on one single issue, and that is enabling digital trust built on security, privacy, and confidence for users. We deliver the Pan-Canadian Trust Framework through collaboration and through public review periods. We certify services to be compliant against the PCTF, sending signals of trust. And we co-create resources to help reduce uncertainty for adoption and test viability. We are trusted, recognized by pioneers around the world. And our mission and our vision, well, our vision is to enhance economic prosperity by promoting digital trust, tools and services that verify information about individuals and organizations while protecting privacy. And our mission, what we're doing today, well, we're advancing digital trust adoption by informing and validating private sector services, enabling privacy-protecting trusted exchanges between public and private sector authorities, and fostering a robust ecosystem that everyone can have confidence in. Now, we've been around for over a decade, and so let's look at our top achievements in a decade of impact. By joining DIACC, you can use the PCTF to help you provide a foundation of interoperability, privacy protection, and choice for your users across Canada's digital trust ecosystem. The PCTF extends technology standards and open source and helps to ensure that risks are mitigated and assurance is built. You can use the PCTF program to leverage the only program in Canada that does PCTF certifications for digital trust. This will help your organization build your reputation and build your partners and users' trust while mitigating liabilities and risks. You can be listed in our member service directory, the only service directory in Canada where DIACC members list their capabilities, the markets that they face, the use cases they're addressing, and this can help you get matched up with clients and partners to get your service more opportunity within our ecosystem. You can work together to build proofs of concept, to develop papers and applied research. We've delivered a lot of these already, and we continue to share more. By working together, you can shape papers and projects that focus on important areas for our economy like housing, energy, health, and more to test and refine viability and inform real world progress. Now, you can also work with us to deliver position papers and consultations, and to inform and amplify your priorities in government consultations, strategy, policy, privacy, and regulatory innovation and modernization. And you can educate and build community and raise your profile through vehicles like our Trust Talks and Digital Dives signature podcast that brings together public and private leaders to unpack urgent digital issues. And you can connect in a cross-sector ecosystem through DIACC events and forums where our members of the public and private sector work together. You can leverage our committees to align strategies, tackle shared challenges, and influence Canada's digital trust economy advancement. Now, we've got a lot of member benefits that have tangible value and clear returns. And quite frankly, a single contract or policy shift could return your investment many times over. Whether it's working through purposeful collaboration with Canada's digital trust leaders, by building your strategic toolkit and using our framework, our research, getting listed in our directory and adding more visibility to your service, whether it's for influencing policy and regulations to help shape requirements and standard practices. You can advance thought leadership by speaking at events and participating in our podcast and co-publishing materials. And really important here, you can reduce the costs of compliance and get ready to be in the compliance ecosystem and have market readiness by working with our support teams and by accessing briefings around particular jurisdictions and areas like the Quebec ecosystem, for example. We've got lots of benefits for you and your organization to gain from, and we've got different shapes and sizes of membership categories. So we've got something for all kinds of organizations, from the small to the medium to the large and domestic and international. We'd love to find a package that works best for you. By joining our community, we can work together to build and continue momentum, to increase access, and to ensure that our influence and our voice is strong by working together. You can shape public and private sector initiatives and benefits. You can gain first mover advantage in procurement and partnerships, and you can connect at events and through impactful initiatives. Why should you join now? Well, Canada's economy and our economic security depends on digital trust. DIACC is Canada's cross-sector forum, the only cross-sector nonprofit forum in Canada that works to promote one area, and that is user-centered, privacy-respecting digital trust adoption that aligns public and private sector collaboration to meet your needs. By working together, we can mitigate risks of rising regulatory complexity, economic pressures, and marketplace demands. We can bridge across silos that slow modernization in areas like housing and natural resources, and we can reduce friction and unlock economic value for everyone. So, how do you join? Let's start the conversation to ensure that you can gain influence, meet compliance signals, unlock trusted networks, and engage with policymakers. Really, for us, digital trust is the new competitive edge, and it's your opportunity to claim it. With renewed public and private sector commitment, we're ready to lead on a new chapter of delivering. We are Canada's digital trust community. This is the only issue that we focus on. It's about raising your voice, your influence, and your opportunity. We invite all leaders and innovators across organizations in Canada and around the world to join the only association that's been dedicated to digital trust since 2012. By working together, we can scale, strengthen, and unlock our digital potential. Get in touch with us by emailing contact@diac.ca or visit our Become a Member site and share your interest with us. We'd love to work on a package that fits with you and help to build your business case for being a part of this community together.